Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Our life is to be understood in different aspects of our total existence. First part is the gross world, the gross life, based on body identification. The second one is the life that is based on we consider ourselves to be a jiva, a soul, living in this body. And the third stage is let us find out exactly what is the truth. Whether we are body or we are a soul or we are something else. Depending on these three decisions, our life is lived. And this is what Bhagavan Shankara brings out in this text. First he takes the life as we live as the body, for the body, on everybody. Now for such people, the advice is given in first few verses. I'll read them and then we'll come together. First, Mudha Jahihi Dhanagama Trishna Kuru Sadbuddhim Manasi Vitrishnam Yallabase Nijakarmopatam Vittam Tena Vinodaya Chittam. This is regarding earning. See? We get so mad after the wealth. You must be reading how the things are happening all over, particularly in India. The IAS, IPS officers, politicians, they have got so much of money that the money counting machines are getting broken, but their money is not ending. See? Mudha jahihi dhana agama trishnam. Then yallabase nija karamo pattam vittam tena vinodaya chittam. What is important is not what you have. What is important is whatever you have, how you are. When we are coming just now, I was seeing all around nice green lawns, beautiful trees, no dust, no garbage here and there. What more you want? And yet, you will see maximum mentally derailed people in this country. Therefore, where you are is not important. Wherever you are, how you are, that is important. But what happens normally, we give so much undue importance to the wealth that becomes the main criteria of our existence. And therefore, vittam tena vinodaya chittam, discover contentment as the beauty of our life. See, Patanjali Maharshi tells the spiritual practice at the individual level, spiritual practice at the worldly level. So worldly level is ahimsa, satya, asteya, aparigraha, brahmacharya. And at the individual level, it is the shaucha, santosha, tapaswadhyaya, ishvara pranidhanani niyamaha. In this, santosha is the second one. How do we deal with ourselves? Friends, if I am tired of her, I will go away. But if I am tired of myself, where will I go? Therefore, this contentment, santosha, santoshan anuttama sukhalabha, vittam tena vinodaya chittam. Let us discover that the contentment is the real wealth, not running all the time only money, money, money. This was the Artha Purushartha. Then the second thing comes. Nari stanabhara nabhi desham društva maga mohavesham etan masamasadi vikaram manasi vichintaya varam varam bhaja govindam. So first is the Artha Purushartha. Keep on earning. Second comes the Kama Purushartha. Desires can never be fulfilled. You have one desire, second will crop up. You fulfill the third desire, fourth will crop up. And our whole life has been only trying to fulfill the desires, and yet we have not learned that desires can never be fulfilled. Then how it can be done? This is called a Pratipaksha Bhavana. Pratipaksha Bhavana means what? See the negative points in something, and thereby we are withdrawn without efforts. Like for example, smoking. Now if we see our or anybody's life, nobody is born with a cigarette in the mouth and a lighter in the hand. But then how do we develop smoking? We see the billboards and some young man sitting on a motorcycle and having a cigarette in his mouth, and some useless lady sitting in the back and she is lighting the cigarette, and the young boy looks at it and he starts imagining, I am that boy, that cigarette, but there is nobody behind me. Think. And slowly we develop value for these indulgences. And then we start smoking. And how it happens? First cigarette is smoked with 0 experience. Second cigarette is smoked with 1 experience. Third is smoked with 2 experiences. Nth cigarette is smoked with n-1 experience. And if n is equal to infinite, then n-1 and n is the same. Ultimately, we become the victim, and whole life goes on in this bhoga. Be attentive. One of my friend, a very good friend, is a retired brigadier, a Punjabi gentleman in Delhi. He told me this, that Swamiji, good news. He is now 80 not out, 85 not out. He said, good news. I said, Brigadier Saab, are you getting married again or what? He said, no, not that good news. Then I have given up smoking. I said, wow. I said, you told me, now I have some question for you. The question is, you have been smoking for how many days? He said, days? I have been smoking for 60 years. I started smoking when I was hardly 18, 20. Now I am 80. So many years I have been smoking. So you have the experience of smoking for 60 years. And the total happiness you got out of it is unit 1. Now you have given up smoking. Now also you are happy. Now you have got 2 samples of happiness. One sample is when you are smoking. Other sample is now you are not smoking. See, between these 2, which is the superior one? He said, of course, giving up smoking made me more happy than indulgent. See friends, therefore, Upanishad says, Tyage naike amritatva manashu. About wealth, I will tell you. About money, something very good thought. The other day, it popped up. When we part with money, then we are happy. When we get money, we are not happy. This will not get cash immediately. For example, we go to a jeweler shop and we like some dumb kind of design. And then we want that. And then we part with the money. The happiness is not because we get the thing. The happiness is when we have parted with the money. This is a simple rule. Therefore, artha, money is not for the sake of money, it is for the bhoga. Bhoga is not for the sake of the bhoga, but it is for enjoyment. And yet we don't understand. Our mind cannot remain attracted towards the same thing, same person, attracted throughout life. It cannot. See, in old couples, they are together not because they love each other, but they understand each other. Not because love is dried up. See? No more love. But then it is better to deal with the known enemy than the unknown friend. See? Therefore, remember, this is not anybody's fault. Human mind cannot remain attracted toward the same object, the same person, the same bhoga throughout life. This is how this verse says, Naristana Bharanabhideshanam. The beauty of the physical body is nothing but etan masa vasadi vikaram, is nothing but the modification of the body parts. Then life is taken now. Nalini dalagata jalamati taralam tadvat jeevitam atishaya chapalam vidhi vyadya vimanagrastam lokam shoka hatam cha samastam bhaja govindam. See? Nalini dalagata jalamati taralam. See how beautiful it is poetically, and rhythm is there. Nalini dalam is the lotus leaf. You must have seen, if there are some water drops on the lotus leaf, they keep on dangling according to the movement of those leaves. In the same manner, our life is, we do not know when the air has gone out and forgotten to return. See, during this corona, so many places, and I don't know here, but in India, when somebody died and if he was seen or reported positive, then with the bag and sealed, the body was directly disposed of, not even given to the relations. See? Nalini dalagata jalamati tararam. Many people ask me, Swamiji, you were in India for so many months, years. What about Corona? I said, yes, Corona was doing well in India. No. Oh, did you get it? I said, I am sorry to disappoint you. I did not get it. Who will get when what? Nobody knows. According to Yoga Shastra. Jati, Ayu, Bhogaha, these three things. What will be our birth? Jati doesn't mean Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Jati means the shape. Manushya Jati, Pashu Jati, Pakshi Jati, Vanaspati Jati. So, what will be our birth? It is decided according to our karma. Then, Ayuhu, what will be the longevity of the body? That is already determined. And Bhogaha, what kind of Bhoga experiences we are due to go through is already determined. Therefore, if you know this, relax. See? But we are we come to this point at the end. But we are so much holding on to that this is all. And therefore, unless we recognize value for the wealth and value for the enjoyment is based on our body identification, we are living as the body for the body on everybody. Now, the story continues. Yavat vittoparjana sakta tavan nija parivaro raktaha paschat jivati jarjara dehe vartam kopina pruchati gehe. As long as we are the source of income, everybody respects us. When we are no more able to earn, then we are deleted from our system. People love us not because of us, but because of the wealth that we have. See, vittoparjana saktaha. You might have seen this or experienced also. In Mumbai, place like that, small houses, 1 BHK, 2 BHK. Now this old man is retired. And their children are there, office going, school going. So the old lady of the house tells, morning you go for a walk, okay? And don't come till everybody goes out for their school and college, because once you go to the bathroom, you don't come out for 1 hour. And the whole house is blocked. Go out. When he is retired. But when he was earning money, no, pehle papa ko karne do baad mein. See? Yavat vittoparjana saktaha tavan nija parivaro raktaha. People respect us because of this wealth, friends. Therefore, remember one thing. Till the last moment of your life, number 1, don't stop producing wealth. If you just imagine, अब क्या करना है? I won't do anything now. I'll simply sit down. You will be a problem in your home. This example I'll tell you. There is one lady. Her husband died of cancer when she was hardly maybe 55, 56, coming from a very royal family. Even now she must be about 70 or so, but she looks like a Maharani, so extremely beautiful and so respectful presentation. So when her husband died, his brothers have looted away everything. Took his signatures and they didn't have even to pay the hospital bill. But she is so cool. Sold everything, all the ornaments, whatever they had, paid everything. And she did not sit and start crying or anybody. She engaged 3-4 tailors, started stitching the children's clothes, started supplying to the children's clothes shops. Slowly, she developed into a big children's baby shop. I asked her, I said, Mama, why are you doing it? She says, Swamiji, I tell you, I don't like gossiping and that kitty party. All useless ladies come over there. And they have no purpose of their life. Now here, I have invested money. So I am concerned, my money should not be lost. So I have to work. When you work under risk, then you are committed for the job. And if we have nothing else to do, then let us have a party. And what we do in the party? We talk about this fellow, that fellow. There is no end to it. See, friends. Therefore, today I went to this Gita class people. I don't know what they are doing. But after your Gita class is over, you should depart immediately. Don't continue again gossiping and all that. The whole Gita will be washed away. It is not a kitty party. Gita ho gaya. Now, what should be done? What was that dish? And what is the Ram? Bhagavan Krishna will be tossing in his grave. Or here, I didn't see this. This gossiping is a big disease, particularly when you have got lot of time at your disposal. Therefore, earn wealth till the last moment. Then, यावत् पवनो निवसति देहे तावत् पृच्छति कुशलम देहे गतवती वायु देहापाये भार्या बिभ्यति तस्मिन् काये. When a person dies, even the wife is extremely afraid of it. When I was reading all these things many years before, maybe 30-40 years before, I was thinking how it is possible. If suppose the husband dies, why the wife will be so indifferent? But I have seen with my eyes. There was one couple known for their mutual love. That man must be about 85 or 90 and she was about 75 or 80. And at that age they used to take food in the same plate. So much love. And it so happened he died. He had gangrene and leg was cut and ultimately he died. And I was there. According to their tradition, either the son should give him the lap, the head is kept till the Panditji comes and all things are done. If nobody is there, the wife should do. But so surprising, she refused to go in that room. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go. And then in other room, what she could ask, give me something to eat, I am feeling hungry. That dead body is lying there and she is feeling hungry. An old lady, what can be said? So when food was given there, get me some salt. And today there is no achar. Imagine. Then I appreciated Bhagavan Shankaracharya, Yavat Pavano Nivasati Gehe. As long as the life is throbbing, till then everything is goody. The moment it departs, immediately dispose. This is the truth of life. Therefore, what we have done till date, Bhagavan Shankaracharya writes, our autobiography. Balastavat क्रीडासक्तः तरुणस्तावत् तरुणी रक्तः वृद्धस्तावत् चिंतासक्तः परमे ब्रह्मणि कोपि न रक्तः भज गोविंदम भज गोविंदम. Look within yourself, within ourselves. What we have done? Balastavat क्रीडासक्तः. Only playing. That is all. See? You must have experienced this. Many times our NRI parents, when they come from India to this country, then who are the old people? They have to teach something to the children. They cannot keep quiet. in somewhere in South, either Dallas or Houston, one family this happened. One NRI grandfather came, and now the children don't play outside. They take their digital game and keep on playing. He said, what are all the time inside? Get out and play. Now here you can't say one word to the children, 911 is a big number over here. So he got up, went out with his game and sat outside and started playing. Then again this old man became angry. Then this young child, he said, you keep quiet, okay? I'll call otherwise police. Therefore, whole life is in childhood playing. Let them do whatever they like. Don't get involved in anybody's life. Balastavat kridasarda. Tarunastavat taruni raktaha. And when we are in a teenage, then running after this person, that person, and then they start falling in love. They never rise in love. They fall in love. See? When they fall in love, they get hurt. And that hurt is called as the marriage. And that wound remains throughout the life. See? Therefore, tarunastavat taruni rakta. Vruddhastavat chinta saktaha. In the old age, what is the hobby? Worry. I don't know, my great grandson, his marriage is due, but his parents are very irresponsible. Arey yaar, you have destroyed your life, let him destroy his life. Don't get involved in the lives of others at all. Because these three things happen. Childhood goes in game, teenage in the enjoyment, and old age in the worries. Therefore, parame brahmani kopina raktaha. We have no time to inquire the purpose of our life. 4 things are common between us and animals. Ahara, Nidra, Bhaya, Maitunancha, Samanya etat Pashubhi Nridam, Dharmo hi tesham adhiko visheshaha, Dharme nahina Pashubhi samana. Ahara, eating, Nidra, sleeping, Bhaya, sense of insecurity, and procreation, Maitunam. These are common between human beings and animals. If this is all that we have achieved in our life, there is no reason why we should be called as human beings. Then what is the human being? Dharmena hina pashubhi samana. We have to lead the life of dharma. And what is the life of dharma? As long as we consider ourselves to be human beings, we have to lead a life of relational balance in life. We have to have relational balance. See, very important thing. And when we are living our life in the relational balance, then only the life is dignified. See, for the animals, like I was in somewhere and they asked me this question, in this country only, recently. Why you people write the middle name as your father's name? Like, for example, Mahatma Gandhi, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. What is the need of bringing the father's name in your name? I said, that is a tradition. Why worry about it? No, but there must be something. Why not? We can put anything. Why father's name? I kept quiet. He said, no, you have to answer my question. I said, I will tell you, but you will not like it. See? Do you see anywhere cow and calf or bull and calf? See the difference? Cow and calf. Because it is known that this calf has come out of this cow. Confirm. But bull, which bull has produced that calf? Is it known? When we are clear about who is the father, therefore the name is put there. In animals, the father's name is not put because we don't know which father. See, dharmena hina pashubhi samana. Therefore, friends, we have to lead our life with this important thing. that we have to lead a life of dignified existence. And then what happens? We are left with no regrets in the life. In old age, what is the most torturing for anybody are these two things. Number one, kimahagam papam akaravamiti, and two, kimahagam sadhuna karavam. Taittiriya Upanishad tells. See, when we were young, I don't know why did I do that, I should not have done that, but now what to do, and I should have done that, but I have never done that, now I am regretting. See, because in the old age, we never suffer because of shortage of time. We suffer because of excess of time. What to do? See? The time eats us every moment. And therefore, it is necessary that we are now at this age, all done is done. Now focus attention on something higher in life. See? Therefore, life is not desire fulfillment. Childhood desires are with the games. Teenage desires are with the fun. Old age, the desire is worry. As long as we are carrying any desire in our mind, we have not stepped on the spiritual path. How do we know whether we have stepped on the spiritual path or not? How do we know? Be attentive. When we start working on our mind, then we have stepped on the spiritual path. Now, how do we work on the mind? Be very attentive. We start finding out exactly what happens when we come across any experience. What happens? See? We normally react. Instead of reacting, how the experience happens. What is the mind? We only complain about the mind. We don't inquire about the mind. Like many people ask the same question. Swamiji, whenever we sit for meditation, there are too many thoughts. What should I do? Don't do meditation. Relax. No, but my guru told do meditation. Then do meditation. But then too many thoughts come, then don't do meditation. You decide. Complain not. Our Mahamantra, living at zero complaint level. See, friends, therefore we have to work on the mind. Now, what is the working on the mind? Mind is an interaction between two aspects of knowledge. See? Which are the two aspects of knowledge? One is the object of knowledge, and the second aspect is the knower of the object. Two of them. So when we have lot of objects, but knower is one. Like I know this mic, I know this camera, I know this laptop, I know this light. They are many. But I, the knower, is one. Be very attentive, it's a very deep thought. Knower is one. Now more the number of not I, themes are entertained by us, to that extent our I thought becomes powerful. And when the I thought becomes powerful, that is called a very strong personality. All the time, talking about only that. I was here, I was there, I had done that, I had done this thing. Arey, who asked you? See, this is one of the most potent spiritual practice. Many times we talk whether the other want to listen or not. This Mahamantra I learned. Who asked you? In Badrinath. That day, it happened 30 years, 35 years before. That day, as if Bhagwan Narayan has opened my eyes. In the morning, 4 o'clock, I finished darshan and then came out, and there used to be one old Amma, Bhagwati Amma. And I used to go and spend time with her, an hour or two. She was so sweet and she knew the whole Bhagavad by heart, and she used to tell me stories. And of course a cup of tea. So when I went that day, and I just lied down in her lap, and I said, Mama, I am going to stop giving lectures. Enough of lectures. She started laughing. I said, what, is it a joke? Why are you laughing? She said, who asked you? Whose question you are answering? Did Narayana ask you? Will you please give lectures? He didn't ask you. Did I ask you? You want to give lectures or not? No. Then whose question you are answering? Friends, you will discover this if you become more aware. 99% cases, we keep on talking when nobody has asked us anything. Who asked? And what we talk? We talk about our past, our problems. And then we get totally disgusted. See, friends, and these are the problems of the old age. So, first, regrets. I should not have done this, I should have done this thing. It's not, see, you all Grihasthas are my guru. I have got more respect and reverence for all of you than all the Babajis put together. We are full-timers, and yet we have got complaints. You are having lots of problems of your life, yet you have got time to study Gita, etc. See, therefore, when we recognize this, that all good and bad, just give it away, offer it to the Lord. No, I should have studied. One place we were having a satsang. About 5-6 Mahatmas sitting on the dais. I was also invited. I sat there. And the population was, audience was floating population. They came for the darshan, Badrinath darshan, and they will come and sit there, do namaskar and go. So that Mahatma Ji told everybody, you talk in Hindi, you talk in Telugu, you talk in Tamil, whatever. Then when he came to me, he said, you talk in English, you look to be Angrezi. So I spoke 5-10 minutes in English. Then everybody was going, I was also going. He said, you wait. So I waited. Then I went and sat on the floor. No, not there. You sit next to me. He was a huge Mahatma. So I sat next to him. Could you believe what he told me? He said, I wish I had studied English when I was young. But during our childhood, we used to hate English. We have decided we will never read or study English. Had I studied English, I would have gone the world around and spread the message of Gita. Alas, but I don't know, I did not study. Regrets of the right omissions and the burden of wrong commissions are the two things we carry in the old age. To get out of it is only one way. Hold on to the spiritual path. A spiritual path begins when we are working on our mind. See, friends, now how it can be reduced? More the objective themes are entertained, stronger is the subjective I. See, objects are called in Vedanta as idam, this. So more the idam vrittis, stronger is the aham vritti. Like if you talk to a child, maybe 5 years, 7 years, he has hardly anything to talk. And if you do a mistake and talk to a 80 or 90 not out, he will not stop. You have to plug his mouth. Because he has got such a long past and Mahabharata to tell. The children have hardly any past. And therefore, children don't get insulted. They'll become angry. Next moment, they are all right. But old is like me, aha. Because too much of not I, objectivity is entertained. Therefore, lesser the objectivity in the form of possessions and relations. Observe this. Whenever we talk to others, these are the two themes. Possessions and relations. Remove these two things from your theme of speech. You have nothing to talk. And in that, peaceful mind, the truth is revealed. See, in one place in Guwahati, if I remember correctly, my host was Jains, very nice family. His name was also Sajjan. So when I reached there, they had one calendar and there was one Jain Sadhvi picture in that calendar. I said, Amma, she is so sweet. What is her name? Where is she from? Swamiji, she is here only. I said, let's go and take darshan. We went, had darshan and came back. Then she said, you as well as our sadhvis, they tell the same thing but they don't tell actually. So what happened? You say, Atma Chintan karo. But what is Atma Chintan that you never tell? The same thing they tell us, Atma Chintan karo. But what is Atma Chintan? They never tell. So please tell, what is Atma Chintan? I say, very simple. See? When you take a mirror, focus the reflecting surface of the mirror to the world. World will be reflected in the mirror, is it not? Then turn the mirror at your face. Then your face will be reflected. So what is the way that you want to see your face in the mirror? Turn your mirror away from the world in the same manner. When you drop thinking about the world is the beginning of the Atma Chinta. Parame Brahmani kopi na rakta. This experience of yours, you are hearing the fans noise, my talk, the sound of the machines, yet you are one with yourself. This poise is possible 24/7. But we are all the time worried about either the health or the society or the politics or this thing, that thing. See? To come out of this, there is only one way. There is nothing new ever happened in this world. Nothing new. See? Politics has been the same thing. The economic breakdowns are the same thing. The corona is not for the first time. If some of you have read the life story of, let us take Shirdi Sai Baba, in his life story this topic comes. There was some kind of pandemic, and in that pandemic so many people were dying, so he did something and crushed the wheat and that wheat powder, he asked him to throw out of the village boundary, and thereafter pandemic was corrected. So don't go into anything else, but come to know that every 100 years there is a pandemic. We are lucky to have enjoyed it. See? But the same thing, every time, there is no other theme. Therefore, the talks we delivered for one complete year, 2 talks a day, English and Hindi. We have called this talk series as Corona Festival. Why this is a festival? Festival is common for all, isn't it? Diwali festival, na? Diwali is not a personal thing, it is a festival for all, but only for the Hindus. Corona gone beyond all the religions. It has become global. So it is a global festival, Corona festival. Celebrate life. Don't calibrate. See, friends. Therefore, Parame Brahmani kopi na raktaha. There is nothing worth to discuss about anything or anybody in this world. We have to get out of that wrong habit. That is one of the reasons I don't read newspaper. I don't see the news of any country. See? They ask, Swamiji, what is your opinion about this Ukraine war? I said, if I had to opine, I will opine about my own status of mind. That mind is still disturbed, lots of desire, it should be removed. Why the desires come? There is my attention. This world has always been like this. There is nothing new in this world. Ramayana, war. Mahabharata, war. See, First World War, Second World War. This has been going on and on and on. What is there new in this world? See? Therefore, now start your real spiritual practice. What is that? Kate kanta kaste putraha samsaro yamativa vichitraha kasya tvam kaha kuta ayataha tatvam chintaya tadiha bhrataha. My dear friend, my dear brother, Bhagavan Shankara says, Kate kanta kaste putraha. You think they are my wife, my children. In this world, nobody belongs to whom. Be attentive. That husband who does not dare look at the eyes of the wife during the waking stage snores loudly in the deep sleep, where from the courage comes. Because that is the only time he is happy. And when you are happy, you make noise. Can you have happiness in a silent way? Hey, why are you silent? I am happy. No. You make noise. And therefore, people snore loudly. The reason is, I am no more husband. In the deep sleep, we are nowhere, never, and nobody. See? Another important thing, I'll tell you. Those who are becoming miserable, they don't exist. They don't exist. Husband, wife, brother, father, mother, sister, where are they? They're only in our mind. And we get carried away by that so strongly that as if that is the end of life. Therefore, Kate kanta kaste putra samsaro yamativa vichitraha. This particular principle of life I learned in Germany after my 2 days retreat. One lady asked me this question. Swamiji, you should have come in my life 25 years before. I said, even then I would not have married you. No, not for that. I would not have divorced 3 times. I said, now 4th time get married and don't divorce. It is easy for you to say, but I am now regretting. I said, okay, now you answer my question. When you got married for the first time, for our understanding, you were wife 1, W1, and your husband was H1, so W1, H1, first couple. Second couple, W2, H2, third couple, W3, HT. Now the question is, W1 is equal to W2 is equal to W3 is equal to what? Is the W2 is the summation of 1 and 2? Is the W3 is the summation of 1 plus 2 plus 3? Where are they? One more question. Has the first wife become the second wife? Has the first husband become the second husband? Has the first wife has become the third wife? Observe this. Then you understand. We all have to lead our life. Therefore, one word in our Maha Mantra is Karnataka. We all have to play our role. Don't get engulfed in that role. See? Therefore, Kaste kanta kaste putra samsaro yamativa vichitraha. This world has always been like this. See? Then, kasya tvam kaha kutamayataha. Therefore, now start inquiring as to who is really with you all the time. See? Then we will come to know. Waking and the dream, they come, they go. Deep sleep and samadhi come, they go. But I continue to be the same. Waking and the dream do not add to me. Deep sleep and samadhi, there is no loss. Now be attentive. This is our essential nature. We don't have to do anything. Only recognize this. How do we recognize? How this is our natural state. There is no sadhana required. Once you recognize this. Now you are maybe about 50 of you sitting here. I am seeing you with my eyes. Instead of 50, if you become 500, will it be a burden to my eyes? No. If all of you disappear, will it be a loss to my eyes? No. In the same manner, waking and dream comes, there is no gain to me. When deep sleep and samadhi come, there is no loss to me. I am ever the same. See, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan says, Sarvasya chaham hrudi sannimishtaha mattaha smriti jnanam apohanancha. I alone support waking, dream, deep sleep and samadhi. And therefore, sarvahi vedahi ahameva vidya. What is worthy of knowing in this world is find out who you are. Sarvahi vedahi, all the scriptures. Aham eva vidya, vidya, worthy of knowing. Therefore, tattvam chintaya tadiha bhrataha. My dear brother, reflect on this. This world has always been like this. Let us not waste time on this. And this must happen out of dispassion and not out of depression. Depression is withdrawal from the world. Dispassion is also withdrawal from the world. But the depression from the world, and because of that withdrawal from the world is an unhealthy condition. And dispassion, also withdrawal from the world, but under the light of wisdom. See, and therefore dispassionate people are happy and depressed people are miserable, make others also miserable. Therefore, what is to be done now for all of us, Grahasthas? Who is a Grahastha? Grahastha is not the one who is only married. Grahastha is the one, he who is identified with the body is a Grahastha. See? So, everybody living in this world is Grahastha. Now be very attentive. Today I was talking to somebody, or yesterday. You cannot stop reflection happening in the mirror. You cannot stop. Similarly, you cannot stop body identification. There will be pain, there will be problem. You cannot live without body identification. Then what is to be done? How to get out of body identification? By proper understanding. And the understanding is very simple. We look into the mirror, we have the experience of our reflection. The bird looks into the mirror, the bird also has the experience of its reflection. We don't take the reflection to be real and therefore we don't suffer. We don't want to improve, we don't want to change, we don't want to erase, we don't fight with the reflection. Because we know it is an appearance, not real. But the bird goes on pecking, fighting, till it starts bleeding, goes behind the mirror. Nobody is there. And then he starts doing the sadhana. What is the sadhana? Kurute Ganga Sagar Gamanam Vrata Paripalanam Athava Danam. That is the sadhana. So that the body identification should go, nothing will happen. Then what is to be done? Only come to know we are living through the body, we are no more living as the body. Therefore, body identification is not the problem. Seeing the reflection in the mirror is not the problem. The problem is when an illusion is taken as real, all the problems begin. See, therefore, to come to this, the teacher tells us, Satsangatve Nissangatvam, Nissangatve Nirmohatvam, Nirmohatve Nishchalatatvam, Nishchalatatve Jivan Mukti, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam. See? So, highest spiritual practice, yesterday also I told you probably, you may compromise with anything in your life. Taking bath, going to temple, giving something in charity, helping somebody, you may compromise. But there is no option or compromise listening to the satsanga. Satsanga is essential because all the problems are because of the erroneous thinking. See? What we call technically as avidya. Atasmin tad buddhi. What I am not, that I start thinking I am. See? Like when I say, I am old. What is the meaning of I? Body. When I say, I am healthy. What is the meaning of I? Body. When I say, I am married, what is the meaning of I, the husband? When I say, I am rich, what is the meaning of I, the wealth? So are we one or many? With every additional upadhi, one I is born. And therefore, we are not only one, but we are a big, huge poultry farm. See? How simple it is. Therefore, when we go to satsanga, we get this new data. Remember, if we are going to satsanga to fulfill our desires, we have not stepped on the spiritual path. Yesterday I told you, Viveka, Vairagya, Shamadhi, Shataka Sampatti and Mumukshutvam. Desire fulfillment is samsara. Freedom from the desires is liberation. Simplest definition of spiritual practice. In Kathopanishad, the last mantra which attracts my mind maximum. Yada sarve pramuchyante kama yasya hridishritaha atha martyaha amruto bhavati atra brahma samashnute. When a person is free from all the desires, desire-less experience is God realization. In Yoga Vasishta, in Ashtavakra Gita, very clearly it is said, the teacher tells the student there, that you desire liberation, that is your bondage. See? Living at zero desire level. Now how do we practice? Come from the specific to the non-specific. That is the spiritual practice. What is specific? Colors are specific. Red, pink, blue, green, yellow, specific. And we get lost in this. I like this color, I don't like that color. No, give them up and come to where? To the vision. Vision has no color, no form. You have taken one bold step towards your own self. Sounds. Shabda. Whether it is Lord's name or abuse or praise or condemnation or it is a noise, all are Shabda. But when we are specific about, then we are in the samsara. Therefore, what is the spiritual practice? Give up everything which is special and come to the non-specific. Likes and dislikes, specific. That is in the mind. What will be non-specific? Come to the intellect, wisdom, viveka, whether right or wrong. That we have to take support. In this manner, slowly, we come back to ourselves, be very attentive. We support waking dream, deep sleep samadhi. One statement, find out who can reply this or who replies this question. I had good sleep, but in between I had bad dreams. This statement cannot be made by the waker, because he was not in the deep sleep. He was not in the dream. But we do make this statement. So who is making this statement? He who is supporting the waking experiences, but without becoming a waker. Supporting the dream experiences without becoming a dreamer. Supporting the deep sleep without going to sleep. Waking comes and goes, dream comes and goes, deep sleep comes and goes, samadhi begins and ends. We have never come, we have never gone. Satsangatve nisangatvam, nisangatve nischalatatvam. Now we are clear about our own being. Nischalatatve Jivan Mukti. Jivan Mukti means rising above the relative existence. Like an actor on the stage is liberated from the role that he is playing. He knows this role that I am playing is only during the drama. But even during that drama role, he had neither become a good person nor a bad person. In the same manner, see, one thumb rule I will tell you, try on this thing. Anything which comes and goes is an illusion. There was a great Mahatma in Lucknow, and he approached Ramana Maharshi in his formative days, and he told that, I talk to Bhagavan Krishna like I am talking to you, he talks to me, now what more is to be done? Bhagavan Maharshi told him, this is the thumb rule, anything which comes and goes is the projection of the mind. Waking comes and goes, dream comes and goes, deep sleep comes and goes, samadhi comes and goes. But there is one factor which has never come and never gone. You know what happens? We have not yet recognized the value of remaining quiet. And once we recognize the value of this, then you will see, you will have no difficulty. You will not complain. For example, we all have value for money. Has anybody ever complained, earning money is very difficult, I am not going to earn? On the contrary, we find out techniques. How to earn above the table, below the table, behind the table, around the table. Because we have got value for money. In the same manner, if we have value for this thought-free experience, then you will stop complaining and then start working. What is a thought? See, if you want to see your eyes with your own eyes, you can never see that. When you start inquiring about the mind disappears. Then we come to know thoughts are an abscess on the mind. When a thorn goes in your foot and you are not aware, or after some time you forget, but the thorn is still there. After a few days, there will be a kind of a swelling, it will become tender, it will become warm, it will become painful, and then our attention goes there. Something is wrong there. We go to the doctor and he removes the foreign body. Then the foreign body is removed. The reaction given by the body tissue slowly quietens down and it comes to normal. Exactly. The foreign body, when enters our mind, Mind with the foreign body is called as a desire. And the desire is like an abscess on the mind. Abscess is painful. Then what we do? We remove that foreign body from the mind. So what is the foreign body? I want a cup of tea. Foreign body. Mind swollen. Constantly. Tea. Throbbing started. And then I go take a cup of tea. What happened? Foreign body removed. So desires are the abnormal conditions of the mind. But normally what we say, a human being, desires are normal. No, desires are not normal. They are abnormal. Will you say abscesses are normal on the body? No. What is the cause? And how this we can understand, a thorn going in the foot. But how the world goes into the mind? See, a foot is solid and also the thorn is solid. We can understand that. But this solid world, how can it enter the mind? The world enters the mind when we give importance to anything in this world. Do we get disturbed so much because of somebody else's child? As much we get disturbed because of our child. Children are children. In Pune it happened. Somebody's house I went for a cup of tea and they had a granddaughter. So that grandmother, she said, Swamiji, my daughter chants 15 chapter, very good. I said, okay, chant. Now when I had to eat somebody's house food, I had to listen to whatever they say. This papi pet ke liye karna padta hai. Then that child said, Swamiji, shall I get my friend? I said, get, no problem. She went to next door and got her friend. Together we'll chant. I said, okay, they chanted. Now that her friend was so perfect, not one single mistake, no moving here and there, no like the children say, not like that. Steady, closing her eyes and fingers and palms and chanted perfectly. After and that lady's granddaughter, she made a dozen mistakes. So when both of them were over, by natural default, I hugged that small child who chanted perfectly well. I said, hey, you did a wonderful job. And I gave her a chocolate. Immediately the grandmother became Mahakali. To that child, she said, go to your house, go. Physically, she was pushed out of the house. Then I said, now it's question of my survival, before I am thrown out. Then I started talking, darling, you did so well, better than your friend. So nice you are. Then the grandmother was happy and I could get my breakfast. Now for me, both are children. But for that grandmother, that child has entered her mind. So how the world enters in our mind? When we give importance to anything that will be the source of your misery. Give importance to health. You can never be happy. Give importance to wealth. You can never be happy. See, don't give importance to anything you are happy, like in deep sleep. What is a deep sleep? Devaluation of everything and every being. And therefore you are happy. Therefore empty yourself. See Maharaj, now this thing you get only in satsang. Otherwise we go to the bhajan, kirtan, tabla, it is good for entertainment. But it has nothing to do with the truth. We become more and more, oh, hey Krishna, hey Rama, hey do this and constantly begging. See? Outside also there are beggars, inside also there are beggars. See, beggar out, beggar in. He knows what is our need. Nothing happens in our life which is not necessary for us. Everything happens which is utterly necessary for us. Like when an Indian goes to the hospital, he starts teaching the doctor. डॉक्टर साहब एक आध इंजेक्शन लगा दो यार. अरे let him decide. He knows his job. In the same manner, we teach the God. Oh God, kindly do this thing or do this thing. A real prayer is stand before Him and tell Him, Oh Lord, let there be no thought about anything or anybody in my mind except your remembrance. Ask this. See, friends, like when the sunrise comes, we have to do nothing to get rid of the darkness. In the same manner, when the Lord manifests in our heart, meaning when the desire for the Lord overpowers, the desire for the world is eradicated. This is the meaning of Satsangatve Nissangatvam, Nissangatve Nirmohatvam. Then all our delusion about the world and achievement and failure will be removed, and then Nirmohatve Nishchalatatvam. Now you have no doubt as to who we are. Whether I am the mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, or I am a man and woman. First step. The day you can take this step perfectly, that whether I am a son, husband, father, or I am a man, then we come to know. With these three upadhis, we have not become three. We are only one. So when my father died, nothing happened to me, the man. It is the son. He also disappeared because no father. When my wife died, then nothing happened to me, the man. Nothing happened to the husband also, because without the wife, I cannot be the husband. Recognize this and then play the game of life. What your role we have to play, play the role perfectly well, but don't get entangled in anything. Nirmohatve Nishchalatatvam. See? And then Nishchalatatve Jivan Muktihi. This is how we can ultimately attain freedom from all the wrong notions. We have wrong notions about four things: about ourselves, about the world, about God, and about the spiritual practice. When these wrong notions are corrected, the truth is revealed. After this, the teacher continues. We will take it in our tomorrow's class. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.